So in this video, we're going to take a look at Snapchat ads and if they're an effective way to actually market your music, because they sent me some kind of promo that said if you spend $50 in ads, we'll give you $75 in ads for free. So that'll be worth testing out, and then you can give me some comments on what you think I should try with my free credits after running this campaign. So let's get into it. So I already ran my campaign, but I want to show you the exact features that are inside of Snapchat ads before I show you the results of the campaign so you understand how everything works. So going into Advanced Create, drive traffic to website. They do have a bunch of options for like app installs, drive traffic to app, engagement, video views, stuff like that. They also have their own pixel, so you can do like conversions and stuff. That might be better than driving traffic to website, but I want to drive people to Spotify as a test. So that's what I'm going to use as the metric here. So I'm going to call this U test campaign, and I'm just going to set immediately and run indefinitely and set a lifetime spend cap of $55. Click next. I'm going to leave the name set as. This is where you can get that pixel set up, single image or video. And they do have this placements method, so you can actually select what type of content you want your ad to show in between. Whereas on Facebook ads, it just doesn't matter like what's before or after your ad. It's just relevant to the user. So if you set automatic, it will go on all content, it seems like. But you can customize it if you want to be shown with certain kind of categories like general, news, sports, science, stuff like that. So we're going with automatic. Locations, just going to stick with the US for the first campaign. My typical demographic range is 16 to 34. All genders. Language is English. Just makes it a little more reliable. The demographics feature is a little more particular. You can do this stuff on Facebook too, but this is how they break it up. Like you can charge presence of child, like married people, moms, stuff like that. So that's kind of nice. You can control if you're on regulated content. Now the predefined audiences is where I went into this. So you can choose like dance and electronic fans, and you can also select music streaming buyers, Spotify. So that seems like a pretty solid way to do it. They also have this audience expansion thing. Who knows how that works. All operating system, you can do device makes, connection type, if they're on cellular Wi-Fi, if you want to give someone like a download, and specific carriers, which is very interesting. Maybe if you were like Verizon trying to run ads to AT&T users, that seems kind of powerful, but we're focused on music, so not relevant. I'm going to do lifetime budget, $55, and then this is the start and end date. Don't worry about that. You can choose kind of the schedule your ads run on, the goal, swipe up or page view. This is if you're using a pixel, the snap pixel as they call it. And then you can do like bid targeting, target cost, auto bidding. Just go with auto bidding. And there's also third-party tagging, which is interesting. There's these things that you can use to like track metrics that are outside of Snapchat, which I never heard of before until I saw this. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to check those out and see what the advantages are. So this is where we actually create the ad. The ad I'm going to use the same as my U campaign, which is this. Then I have this playlist that I'm going to send people to so I can like track the playlist streams. That'll make it a little easier to see which traffic actually came from Snapchat. So I'm going to put that in the website URL. And they do actually have a listen thing. So they do have music or music artists and record labels in mind for this, which is kind of nice. And then you just go here, click next. I got to name your ad, type in your brand name. I think Andrew Southworth. And then just upload the video and click publish and wait till it goes live. All right, so now I have the results. So use Spotify campaign. What happened is initially I made a campaign and I didn't do that link thing to the playlist, and so I closed it so I can make sure I track things, and I turned it off. Now, an interesting thing, I don't know if Snapchat is trying to like deceive people into liking the platform, but that first campaign was twice as cheap as the next campaign I ran. So I wonder if they're trying to like give people a great deal up front so that they come back and then, maybe are more likely to stick around. I don't know. It could just be a complete fluke, but I set up the ad the exact same way, and it seems like the cost was twice as much. Might be user error, but Who knows? So the main campaign spent $49.21. So I did cross that threshold with my other campaign that ran for a little bit. It got 30,000 impressions. It cost $1.64 per 1,000 impressions. We had 380 swipe ups at a cost of 13 cents per swipe up. Now that all sounds fantastic. If all of that data came to Spotify, that would be pretty damn good, and that would be a great contender to go against Facebook ads. Now, let's take a look at Spotify. So I'm going to go to my song You, because in that playlist, it's the very first song. So that should be the most streams, and that's what I used in the video. So I would think that would be good. Now I go down here, I see this is Andrew Southworth, and there's only 7 streams. So that was a little concerning. Now, keep in mind, I ran the campaign from last Friday until today, kind of early today. So I am missing a half a day of data. So maybe this is 10. Let's just say it's 10. And let's just say every stream is 1 person. So, 10 listeners. So if I go to the music tab, click playlists, I can go down and check out all the playlists across my account. And the thing I noticed is that this says that there were 9 listeners and 39 streams. When I click this, my You track doesn't actually come up here, right? It has all these other songs. So I'm going to say that, maybe that the You campaign, there were 9 streams, and I assume they were all listeners, and there were probably all these listeners. So maybe there's, I don't know, giving them the benefit of the doubt, 12 listeners and 50 streams. That's pretty damn bad. That's like $1 a stream, and what is $5 or $8 per listener or something. So I don't really understand what the hell is going on. So let's take a look at Snapchat ads to make sure that the actual ad I ran, maybe there's something wrong with it that we can tweak in the future. So there's campaign, ad sets, and ads just like Facebook. So we go to the ad set, click edit, and take a look at the targeting. So 13 to 34, all English language. Now this is what might be the problem. I didn't set electronic music. I just set music streaming buyers Spotify. So it was just targeting everyone, but I feel like EDM pop music is a pretty common thing, whereas there would at least be more listeners showing up even if they bailed right away. It wouldn't just be 10 to 12 people came in, listened to 10 songs, and then left, out of 390 clicks. I feel like it should be higher. So I'm not 100% sure what's going on. Now, I do have the $75 credit, and I'm going to run another test campaign, and I want your input for that. So obviously I'm going to target electronic music and Spotify. I might take off the Spotify if I can't do a narrow audience type of thing. But at this moment in time, I can't recommend Snapchat ads to anyone. This is just like the Spotify ad studio type of thing, where it's it works, you get results, it's just way more expensive than Facebook ads in terms of the results that are actually coming out of it. So I want your input. What do you think the problem is, and what should I try? And once I get your input, then next week or the week after, I can actually show you the results of that campaign and make a final decision on if you should actually consider it compared to something like Facebook ads. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you want to see a bunch of stuff on Facebook ads, check out this playlist right here, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.